Listen, following football costs enough money already, so don't let your mobile bill mug you off. Rocket Mobile gives you unlimited everything for £16 a month. No nonsense. Powered by Vodafone and Free, plus exclusive content and prizes when you switch on over. Scan the QR code or click the link and put that cash back into football.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Robbie with me. We've just been Everton 1-0 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, our first time here. We've got Ryan still arguing with an Everton fan, by the way, that he's like, you won the game, lad.
You should go and support Everton. You know what I mean? Bloody hell, man. There's no pleasing some people.
He said we're not even going to finish second, Ryan said.
Oh, come on. Don't be ridiculous, man. It's 3 points away from home, right? And we take that. Listen, it's not every game you go to is going to be 3, 4, 5. And we should actually have scored more goals.
Yeah.
We should have. You know what I mean? We hit the post twice in the second half. We had chances. Should have been a bit more clinical.
We weren't free flowing at Arsenal though. But
we weren't free flowing. But it was. You know what I mean? I don't think you could play free flowing because they made it very difficult. They're very deep. You know what I mean? But we got the job done. We weren't lucky tonight. He's chatting foolishness. We weren't lucky tonight.
He's saying if they ever had their full squad, there's no way we win that game.
Oh, if. It's a comfortable win away from home. Listen, it's 1-0. You always, because it's 1-0 and because we've had a lot of last-minute goals recently. But for me, right, that was a comfortable win. How many chances did in the first half? They didn't have a shot on Arsenal's goal. And in the second half, I don't remember. Maybe they had one. I don't know. It was just a comfortable win. It's not a vintage performance. It's a penalty that's got the job done. But
is that a concern? Is it frustrating that fans are saying?
Not really, because it'd be more frustrating if you don't create anything. But we did create chances today, and on another day, you're probably looking at like a 3-0 win away from home, where everybody be saying, "Oh, great win away from home against Everton." Obviously, you know, I said it on the way up here. It's a good time to catch Everton because, you know, I mean, they're missing a couple of players. Dewsbury Hall's injured. Ndiaye's at the African Cup of Nations. Idrissa Gueye. But listen, you know what I mean? No one has any sympathy with us when we've had like loads of players out. We had to go Stamford Bridge with no defenders and stuff like that. It's what it is, man. 3 points. You know what I mean? We came into this game, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man City went top earlier on, right? We needed to win this game to go back top of the league for Christmas, and we done it.
Yeah, when I was in the car up here, you were confident. You were semi-confident. You said 2-0 to score prediction. You weren't. Well, you didn't feel like they were fearing. You know, the pressure from Man City. But let me ask you this.
I'll be honest with you, Cecil. Even though it was 1-0, at no time.
Soffies, lad. Fuck them. Fuck the Arsenal. Fuck the Soffies. You know it. You know it. You know it.
Merry Christmas.
Have a good Christmas. Up the Toffees. Champions League for the Blues.
No, listen.
You fucking
Listen,
Big up.
Big up to the Everton fans. But listen, I'll be honest with you. At no time really was I really. You stood next to me. I was not worried in that game. It was a very.
They didn't really give us anything to worry about too much.
It was a comfortable win, and it was a comfortable win today. It's just not vintage. I know everybody wants to see 3-4 goals. I know that, but sometimes you don't get 3-4 goals. The most important thing is 3 points. That's the last 2 games is 6 points.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's the end fact. That's the biggest stat that everyone wants to look at as the end result. And it's Arsenal winning and getting the 3 points. Let me ask you this: Victor Gyökeres, they gave him the penalty. We saw this from Martin Odegaard giving it to Havertz way back against Bournemouth. Is it something you wanted to see? You remember I said who's going to take this penalty, and you went Saka.
I thought it'd be Saka, but then you know when we say gave him the penalty, he was a penalty taker last season for Sporting. He's one of the best penalty takers around. He hardly ever misses a penalty. And
but with Saka on the pitch, Odegaard on the pitch,
true, but he's as good a penalty taker. He's as good a penalty taker as Saka. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't miss penalties. So I had no problem with him taking it, and he buried it. You know what I mean? And it's good to see him get on the score sheet, and you know that's going to give him a bit of confidence.
Is it going to kickstart? Do you think this is because for Havertz it actually kick-started? You know, Havertz scoring goals. Is it going to kick-start your career?
Well, I hope so. I hope so. You know what I mean? I think once he got that yellow card, he was always going to be the first one to get substituted. But I thought he was okay today. I still think we need to find him with more, you know, especially in the first half. I thought the service into him was really poor.
Yeah.
But good to see him on the score sheet. You know what I mean? Good to see him get a goal. And had no problem with it at all because he is a penalty taker. It's not like it's a sympathy thing. He's actually a penalty taker and a very, very good one indeed.
And he scored. So that's the beauty. That's the be all and end all. Obviously, we will get to the game, speak more about the game, but I have to ask you, first time at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, you've got to give me a bit of a review. What was it like walking in? Instead of being like at Goodison Park, something a lot different to that.
It's a lot different to Goodison Park. It's a great stadium. It really is. You know what I mean? I was really, really, really impressed by it. You know what I mean? Really, really nice stadium. You know, complete contrast to Goodison. Listen, I used to like Goodison as well because Goodison had a lot of character, a real old school. You know what I mean?
A lot of character.
It did have their wooden terraces.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Which is something you didn't see. But they had to move from there. And look, it's a bigger stadium, 52,000 in there. Goodison used to be like under 40,000. Yeah. So you know, but the stadium's really impressive. Really impressive.
Let's go back to the game then. Let's speak about a man that actually came on for Victor Gyökeres. Obviously, got the yellow card. You said earlier, he's only going to come off now. Jesus came back on. What are your thoughts on Gabriel Jesus? Is it time that you might see maybe more minutes from him? Or are you saying, Victor Gyökeres, listen, he scored his penalties, keep him in there?
Well, it's good to see Jesus back, and it's good to see the fact that I didn't think he'd be playing an important part for Arsenal until, like, say, after Christmas. Yeah. But he's back. He looks like he's fit. He looks like he's strong. You know what I mean? And he had some nice little bits when he came on the pitch. And it's good to see. It's just good to see players coming back for Arsenal. You know what I mean? You looked at the bench tonight. It was a pretty strong bench. You know what I mean? A bench with Martinelli on it, Jesus, Eze. You know, there's a lot of attacking options on there. You know what I mean? If we can get some of the defenders back as well, you know what I mean? We'll be in good shape going into the new year. But that was an important win tonight.
Okay,
it really was.
Well, give me your honest and thoughts on the fact that they were a reduced Everton side. They got players out like you mentioned. We, be honest, on when we saw the 11, strong 11, is there a thing where you think, Arsenal could have done more? I wish I saw more, or is it just there's a load of fixtures, we got players returning. This is what I expected.
Exactly. There's a lot of fixtures coming up, right? We got a game in a few days' time. We got Palace on Tuesday. We got Villa coming up. We got Brighton coming up. There's a lot of games, right? We're going to have to rotate the squad, right? That was an important win. That was a very, very important win. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Yeah. So
I need to obviously finish up. Obviously, Mikel Arteta.
Sorry, let me address that because what that guy was saying. Listen, I weren't singing that, by the way.
Yeah. I know you weren't.
I know, right, that a lot of Scousers do find that offensive, right?
It's an offensive song.
That song that was being sung, right? I'm not with it. You know what I mean? Listen, I respect the Scousers. You know what I mean? I respect them. You know what I mean? This is like, you know, Everton, Liverpool. It's a football heartland, man. You know what I mean? So I really like that song that was being sung. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are singing it.
Yeah, you didn't sing. Yours was next year.
A lot of people sing it. They think it's a funny song, but you could see by the way their fans were booing that they find that offensive. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I think next time we come up here, and it's Christmas, don't sing it. You know what I mean? That's what I'd say.
Okay, let me end obviously and close with Man City. You are top. We are, but. And they're going to ask you every week, the Sharks, how you feel. Are you looking over your shoulder? Or are you more concerned about what Arsenal are doing and just going to games thinking, I don't care what the other results are? Or you be honest with me, are you looking over your shoulder?
They are breathing down our neck. Okay. You know what I mean? And we're driving up here, they're top of the league.
Yeah.
As it stands, as Lee kept saying. As it stands, they were top of the league. You know what I mean? They're not no more, are they? So they are breathing down our neck. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure, but you know what I mean? We're handling it so far, but they are breathing down our neck. You know what I mean? Every game we go into, you know what I mean? It's either going to be us playing before them or them playing before us, and it's going to be pressure and it's going to be stress. You know what I mean? So saddle up, man. We got a lot more of this going into the new year and that. But listen, losing it like our Ryan's doing it, chatting about not sustainable, this is terrible. We just came to Goodison. They've got quite a good home record here. Well, we've got 3 points. What's wrong with this guy? Chill, man. That's the main thing.